Hey, this is Steven with NorCal Screen Print Supply. In this video, we're going to talk about screen mesh counts and what mesh count you should use for different print options. We carry 40 mesh, 60 mesh, and 90 mesh. For a 40 mesh, basically this is going to be used for glitter and special application prints. A lot for glitter because the mesh strands are so far apart, the holes are bigger in the mesh, and glitter can pass through here onto your substrate, your t-shirt. And with tighter mesh, if you try to print glitter, the glitter flakes will not pass through the mesh. 40, 60, and 90 kind of special effects printing. You get into 110 mesh, really good for athletic, bold, high ink deposit prints. So if you want to lay down a lot of ink, use the 110. Some people like 110 for white ink because it's easy to push white ink through a 110 mesh. The downside to that is you get a very kind of thick and crusty print. White ink is okay through 110, but be aware that your print's gonna be thicker and a little bit crustier. So you move into 130 and 160, which I think are kind of the sweet spot for a little bit less ink being laid down. 130 and 160 are also a little bit better for higher detail. So nice crisp edges of your print and not fuzzy or blurry lines. You get into small text and detail, you want to use 160, 180, and even a 200. So that brings us to 200. So when you get into 200 and above mesh count, there are so many threads per inch that if the mesh were white, the light will bounce around too much and you wouldn't get a good screen exposure. So from 200 on, 230, 280, and 305, all of that mesh is yellow because it will distribute the light a little bit better during exposure. Halftones and very small detail, 200 mesh is great, 230 is great. When you get into 230, 280, and 305 mesh counts, you're going to use those mainly for very detailed halftone prints and also CMYK and simulated process printing. 305 is also great for printing flat substrates like paper, posters. In a nutshell, that's mesh counts. I'm Steven with NorCal Screen Print Supply, and I hope you find this content useful. You can always give us a call, 916-534-8337. You can always email us, info@norcalsps.com. And we'd love it if you took a look at our website, www.norcalsps.com. Thanks, and we'll talk again soon.